Hello friends, this is Dorie with Forever Quilting. I have got a fun design to share with you today. I call it square spirals. If you prefer a true modern look, this design can be quilted freehand on a blank piece of fabric with no guidelines. Personally, I prefer to have some sort of guide to follow. So I'm going to show you how to use a square grid to space out the design and how to quilt it continuously. I will start by drawing out a line that will establish the boundary for your spirals. Now, depending on how tight you want your spirals to be, will determine how close you want your lines. We're going to use a grid that is 6 squares by 6 squares. Starting on the edge, draw a line, let's say 1/8 inside of the first square. Then up this line, stitching on the line, and then 1/8 away from this top line of the square. Do this all the way across your block. Now come back across on the next row by stitching down the ditch all the way to the bottom of this square on the line and 1/8 inch away from this line. Do this all the way down the block. By stitching this portion of the design first, it will act as a stabilizer for the whole block, or the whole quilt if you choose to quilt this design across an entire top. Now we will draw the spirals starting on the line. When you get to the center, go all the way across, stitching on the line until you get to the next box. Stitch in the ditch and then go back across, doing the same thing, same spirals. There's no rule that says you have to either go up or down when you start your spirals. Do whichever you prefer. For the half spirals, just stitch up, go back and forth. Before we load our quilt on the long arm, we want to mark our fabric. I'm going to use a horizontal grid, but this design can also work with a grid that's on point. You can also use this design with any size grid, whether it be the 3-inch, 2-inch, or even the 1-inch horizontal grid. Now, because I didn't want all the extra registration points, I'm going to go ahead and use my white clover pen instead of my chalk. But if you prefer, you could just lay the stencil on there and swipe across and mark it with the chalk. So I've marked it with the clover pen, and I've just got my square grid. This is a 1-inch grid, and that's what I'm going to use to stitch out this design.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube so you don't miss the next video coming out soon.